Yes.
I'm actually going to buy it.
Hocus Pocus 2! Hocus Pocus 2! Hocus Pocus 2! Hocus Pocus 2!
Back to the left!
Back to your left! Back to your right, please!
And straight on, straight on. Beautiful.
Sarah! Right here.
That's to the right. Everyone to the right.
All together right here. Thank you so much.
Right down here.
I just want to harass together on the left.
Thanks, Sam.
Sam, beautiful smile. Hey, guys, right here. And right in the center.
And
And everybody looking left. Tony, right here. Tony, right in the center. Tony, right in the center here. Thank you.
And Whitney, right?
Looking left, please.
And right here.
Right here. Froy, up top. Froy, down here. Froy, down here.
Froy, one more right, Froy.
Let's go.
hi, Taylor. Thank you.
And looking left, please.
Hi, Juju.
Just right here, please.
Right here. All right, guys.
Guys, can you guys take a step back? I know it's tough. Thank you.
And right next to him.
Jackie!
Right in the center. Beautiful. Ready?
Oh, perfect.
Everybody right here down the center.
Perfect, right to the center camera.
Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Najimy! Yes! You guys are so excited you're here. This is so amazing to see it with fans and a live audience. It's incredible. Disney obviously was listening very carefully because we're here for you guys. I hope you have a great time. We're super excited you're here. Yes! The Sandersons is back! What?
I waited a long time. I think we all did. The three of us did. Me, Kathy, and Sarah Jessica. We waited a long time, and we've always, it's been something that's been bubbling under that we've always wanted to do. And every now and again when we would see each other, we would agitate and wring our hands. But finally, our dream came true. So we're really thrilled. We're just thrilled.
When you're fortunate enough to do something that people have a connection to and integrate into their lives and feel such affection for, it's very meaningful because we're actors, because we like to tell a story and be somebody and transport ourselves, but far more importantly, the audience. And it just means that that mission was accomplished, and I think the sort of longevity of this particular film in people's lives and the generational transition, the handing off to the next, it's very touching, and I think we all feel very lucky. What excites me is the idea that we might have done right by them and the years and years of commitment to this movie, that I will be very excited if they feel satisfied because they're as much a part of the story as we are. So it excites me to hear the early enthusiasm, and I hope that's just not a rumor going around. Well, you have Bette Midler, so you mustn't waste those talents, you see. and we're just along for the ride. Kathy and I will sing and dance and fly wherever you tell us to go, and we're, I think because the first movie had those kind of touchstones in the movie, that it was incumbent upon us to figure out a way to do it again.
We know about the fans. It's been almost 30 years that it's been cultivating, because when it first came out, it was in the theaters, but when it hit the TVs, those parents showed it to their kids, who then became parents to their kids. So the fervor is very surprising to us. But just to come here and see everyone dressed like your character, it's surreal. It's a lot of fun. The interesting thing is that when I did this character and when I do it now, I don't really try. She's just somewhere in me, which is really scary. And so she's there, so immediately I'm sorry, Winnie. It's not Stanislavski. I didn't go to acting school for this. She just comes and embodies me. It's a lot of fun. We have new musical numbers. I don't know if we can tease them, but one of them is a kind of an Elton John mashup. And of course, when you have Bette Midler starring in a movie, if you don't have singing, it's a sin. Tony Hale is in this film. I did a series with Tony called Veep. Tony in this film, because we got to see a sneak peek, I think it's one of the funniest performances I've ever seen in my whole life. In my life. This is a master. You're going to love it, people.
Well, this is a bigger celebration than we had on the first one, because the first one has gained so much momentum over the years that it's quite a thing now. And it's so lovely to see people turn out in cosplayers as the Sandersons. I've seen a couple of myself, Billy Butcherson, down there too. So it's lovely to celebrate. Revisiting Billy Butcherson is something I've wanted to do since the first movie. And because there were so many layers to him, I wanted to find out more about him, So we get to a little bit in this next movie. It was a dream come true for me. It's astounding. I have never been a part of a movie that had this much anticipation from the audience for years before, too, because rumors of a sequel started a long time ago. And the fact that we actually finally got a call that was like, oh, it's happening. Oh, this is real. I'm really excited about them to discover the backstory, because the movie opens in the 1600s. So we see, how did the Sandersons become the Sanderson sisters? How did Billy play into that? And what really was Billy's backstory with the evil Winifred? And why does he hate her so much now? And more of that comes out. I'm really happy about that.
All of this is so fun. And it's they had all these friends and fans that were dressed up as the witches. It was fantastic. They look so much better than we do, so I want them over here, because they look great. Anne Fletcher directed it. It's tough when you take something that's so beloved and to redo it, but Anne did a fantastic job. So I'm really, really excited for people to see it. There's a little bit of a backstory. You see the backstory of the witches, and that's really fun.
You see how big the fan population of this movie is. People love this movie, myself included, and I get the benefit and the bonus of getting to be in it. So I'm over the moon here. I get to come out to New York for this premiere. It's really fun. It's so cool to see how into it the fans are. Like the fans, the costumes, the cosplay is stunning. This movie really does maintain the legacy of what the previous movie was. 29 years later, it is truly a sequel. So it's not a reboot, it's not a rehash. It is in the same vein, in the same time load, in the same feel, the same tone. I'm impressed with how they pulled it off, and I really love it.